finding a job that allows you freedom, happiness, and the flexibility to enjoy your life, I mean, that's great if you can do it. And we just had a question for Amy before the break about how do you find passion in a job that's just a means to an end. How'd you want to answer that, Amy?
Well,
I've sure got an answer.
Sure, for you in particular, you want to be an actor. What a beautiful opportunity for you to get used to being in an uncomfortable situation, putting in that extra work, because if you get those roles you really want, you're going to be working long, hard days. And what a great opportunity for you to practice your craft and your acting while you're moving boxes, while you're in the storehouse. Be the best person you can be in that job, because you don't know those skills you're learning you're going to need later.
Is that not quiet quitting? Doing another job while you're working is like, you say go in and be passionate, give it your all, do your best, but
Right.
him going into work and practicing acting, is that fair to his employer?
Well, but that job doesn't require 100% of everything that...
But I'm speaking to her point. She said you should go in and give your all no matter what your job is. Waiting tables.
He's in a good mindset. He's thinking through things of what he wants. He's meditating on the things he's going towards, saying this job is going to elevate me to where I want to be.
He's
being in a
working his
positive
job to
mindset.
So it's a means. So it's a means to
That's
an end.
income for him.
It's essentially a means to an end. When you get those jobs, that's what I'm saying. It's not about the passion or the hard work or how dedicated you are as a worker or how good you are an employee. It's about if I'm a hard worker, I'm going to go into my work. I'm going to do exactly what I'm required to do. And then I'm going to put my true hard-working effort into what I'm passionate about.
You took remote working to a whole new level, right?
Yeah.
What did you do? You converted a van, right?
Yeah, so I used to work for the government. I used to work 9 to 5 on the F-35 program, and then I worked for DARPA for about a year. And then when the pandemic sent everyone to...
You're not going to have to kill us if you tell us what you
I can't talk about it, but...
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, and then when the pandemic sent us full telework, I had always thought about living in a van. I thought it would be cool to travel and do all that, but I never really had the time or really the money. And then when I had the full-time job and I was able to work from home, it kind of became a reality and I was able to pursue it. And I decided to build a van, and I built the van while working my full-time job. So I was working 9 hours a day and then after work every day for 6 hours for 6 months straight and every weekend. So I had no social life, no free time. Put that hard work into something that I was passionate about. And then I traveled the country while still working my full-time job for just about 7 months, and then I figured that I was building a following online. I could pursue it full time, so I quit my job about 5 months ago, and here we are today.
Okay. And you all seem to be working very hard. What I'm hearing, and the danger I see in you people, and I'll say you three, is that you're working hard, it sounds like, but you're promoting not working hard.
That's not what we're promoting at all. You've
That's
completely
what
missed
I saw.
it. Listen, what we're saying and what you're hearing are two different things.
You called us lazy. We're
I
saying
didn't
we're
call
not
you lazy. I said there's lazy people out there.
We
and what
need to
you're
be clear
looking
about what
at
the problem
is that
is
if
here.
you're not working hard, you're lazy. Now, what I'm hearing from you is a completely different story than the people that I see that you're talking to.
Yeah, they don't sound like quiet quitters to me.
They do not sound
Do
like
you
quiet
see the
quitters.
people I talk to?
It's like you're saying one thing, but you're doing something else. You're telling everybody else, be quiet, don't work too hard, don't push too hard. You're working hard, I can tell. You sound like you're working hard, so do you. And how can you guys promote this to other people? You're making them like, oh, I'll just be lazy because these guys say it's okay.
No, you've completely missed the mark. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I think a lot of other people miss the mark too, what you're saying.
No, I
need to be
think
clear.
you're wrong, and here's why. We're telling people to put effort in a place where it produces a valuable return. We're not saying slack off and undermine your boss. We're saying, listen, your employer isn't upset that you're not working hard. They're upset that you're not working hard for them and making money for them. Now, do your job. Do what is expected of you, but conserve your best efforts for something that actually pushes you forward.
Why is it either or?
I don't think it has to be, but emotions get so high, sometimes we look at it that way.
But that's what you're saying. You know, check the boxes, save yourself for something else. I'm telling you, everything I've ever done has prepared me for what I'm now doing. And I'm fortunate in that. If I'd have been selling shrimp out of a van in a river, maybe that wouldn't have been the case. But everything I've ever done, you know, I worked at a grocery store like you're talking about, and so I worked with people a lot. Really, everything I've ever done has prepared me for what I'm doing now.
That's the human experience. I was a
It's
firefighter
great.
before I was
Yeah.
a lawyer, and that surprises a lot of people. Not a lot of folks leave that profession to do this one, but as we grow up, sometimes our interests and our values do change. What I will say is, look, if I am an employer, I have employees too. I expect my employees to meet my standard, and my standard is pretty rigorous. That's on us. We're the ones who hire them and make the job description. If you're not happy with an employee doing the job you told them to do, the way you told them to do it, if you're saying that's quiet quitting, that's not good enough.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.